Hello Stampers, how are you guys? I am Jennifer Kirk. I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator from Guelph, Ontario. I'm just going to make sure that I have my volume up on here. Give me one sec. Make sure it's okay. Yep, volume's up. Hopefully, I'm going to adjust my phone here for you. Hopefully it's okay and it doesn't fall out. I have a new case and it doesn't seem to be fitting my my stand very well. All right, how are you guys? I hope you are well. I'm just going to call up my page on Facebook on my iPad so that I can see if there's anybody joining me and follow along with some comments. So here we go. So if you are watching, please leave a message. Thank you for joining me. We are going to make a fanciful card today. So this is, can you guys see that? I don't know if it's in there in the camera. Let's see. I have just put my iPad on my computer and I'm making a mess already. Woohoo, and I haven't even started stamping. All right. So we are going to make this fanciful card today, hopefully. Hopefully I remember how to make it. It's really simple, actually. It's not difficult at all. It's really cool, and it does fold up and fit into a regular size envelope, so it's perfect for mailing, and it's just neat. It just is a really cool, different look. All right, so we're going to do it a little bit different than this one, but very similar, and we are going to use the sloth. So I had a request, funny this, you guys won't believe this story, but I was supposed to do this card last week and I had it all ready. Everything was prepped, everything was ready to go. And I had one of those weeks, you know, just one of those weeks. I came down to do my video, logged onto my computer, started to get ready and realized that it was Thursday. I had missed Wednesday. I don't know how I did that. I do know how I did that. I was working like 16-hour days. So I missed the video last week. So I apologize. I did promise Alandra that I would do another card using this stamp set, Back on Your Feet. And I'm not seeing any comments. Oh, there's one. Hi, Sandy. How are you? So I promised Alandra that I would do another card with this little slothy guy here that is really cute for the Back on Your Feet. So hopefully she's joining us tonight, and that card is for you, Alandra. All right, so to get started, we need a piece of crumb cake. Okay, and this is 8 1/4 by 7 7/8. So I'm going to bring in my hi Martine, how are you? Hi Sharon. Hi Colette. Hope you guys are doing well. Prince Edward Island, cool. Hopefully you guys are still getting some summer. We've entered fall. Just overnight, it is now autumn. I love autumn, but I'm not ready to say goodbye to the summer. Okay, so this is the 8 1/4 side. So we want the 8 1/4 side along the top, and we want to score. I gotta move all my stuff out of the way here. We want to score at 2 inches. Okay, so make sure you do have your scoring blade in. We want to score at 2 inches, move it across another 2 inches, score it again, move it across another 2 inches, score it again, and one more time at 8. So we're gonna have a little tiny fold here, okay? And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn it around. So this now is the 7 7/8 across the top, okay? And we are going to cut it at 2 inches. So I'm going to line it up. So it's really simple to do this card base here. So 2 inches, put that aside, move it over again to 2 inches, okay? Give it a cut. And that's it. That is the base of our card done. All right, and I will put all these measurements on. I went ahead and did some pre-gluing for you. So what you want is you want a coordinating color of your cardstock to go behind here. And this is, if I can remember, 1 3/4 by 1 3/4. So I'm using the Early Espresso. And then the DSP here is from the, what is that from? Who can remember? It's the Forever Ferns Sweets. I'm just seeing if I can find it on my computer here. Where is it? Forever Greenery designer series paper. That's it. Forever Greenery. So I cut, and we need 6 of the Early Espressos at 1 3/4 and 1 3/4, and we need 6 of the smaller DSP, and this is at 1 1/2. Okay, so 6 at 1 1/2. I've already gone and pre-glued these because you didn't want to sit here and watch me glue. I don't think, anyway. So I'll just glue the last one down. I like to use Tombow so that I can wiggle it a little bit and get it lined up so it's straighter, because I can never get things straight. That's just me, and it's a lot easier, especially on the camera, because I can lift it up and look at it. All right, so there we go. So we want 6 of those. For the inside, what did I do with my sample card? Oh my goodness. This time, on this one, I used a different DSP, and you can use a different DSP if you want. I thought it looked a little busy, so I'm trying to, with the same, just to see what it looks like. So this is the same size as the Early Espresso. So this is 1 3/4 by 1 3/4. And I need 6 of those. Okay. And then I need a rectangle and the layering oval scalloped to fit it. Not a rectangle. What day is that a rectangle? My goodness. An oval. A stitched oval. All right. It's one of those days. I think I need a vacation. And then I just took a couple of these guys. This is just for some backup or background, I guess. I did get those dies out. These are from the Forever Flourishing dies, and I just used this little guy right here. And I'm just going to cut some of those for the background. And then the only other thing that we need is we need a Whisper White for the little flag sentiment that I had on there. And of course, we need another piece of Whisper White that I didn't get to do our stamping on. So just let me grab, as I throw everything, let me grab a piece of Whisper White for our stamping. So just a scrap piece. All right. So what should we do first? Should we stamp? Yes, let's stamp. Let's get all of our stamping done. All right, so we're going to stamp this little sloth. Make sure he fits on here. Yep. So I'm going to use, because I'm going to be coloring him with blends, I'm going to use the Memento ink. Hopefully I'm on the screen with you guys. So I'm just going to go down like that. That's it. Perfect. Put this out of the way before... Oh, and my... Hi, Claire. How are you? I love this stamp set, too. I've done... My last 3 videos have been using this stamp set, so it is, I love it. And it's so easy to make really cute cards. So I'm glad you like it too. Okay, so we're gonna just really quickly color this guy in. I really don't know what color sloths are, but I'm gonna do mine kind of, I'm gonna use some crumb cake here. If you guys just wanna bear with me while I color. I'll try and do them really quickly. I'm going to do some, oh, I went out of the lines. That's okay, because we're going to fussy cut them. I should have probably colored this so you guys don't have to watch me color. I did do some of the gluing, because this is a really simple card to put together. Watch, I'll mess it up, but but it is a simple card to put together, but there's a lot of gluing. So is everyone having a good week? My week is much better than last week. Last week was a good week. It was just very, very hectic and extremely busy. in my real job, in my day job. It was not a fun week there, and it just made the rest of the week kind of crazy. But I am recovering and going on. You're too low? Oh, I'm off the page. So thank you for letting me know. My camera moved on me, so I'm off. Hopefully that's better. Thanks for letting me know, Martine. I couldn't, the video is behind, so it's, I didn't see that I was off, so thank you for letting me know. Much, much appreciated. All right, so all I'm doing is coloring in with the crumb cake. I do my light color first and then go in with some dark, and then I just blend it with the light again. So I'm just coming in so that I don't have lines, and I'm it just gives it some shadows, some depth, and it's really easy. Stampin' Up makes it really easy to do this because they put lines where you want your shadows. I've been using this crumb cake so much, I think I'm almost ready to buy a new one. All right, there we go. Okay, and then I'm going to come in, I'm going to make his eyes a little bit darker, and his nose. There we are. Now I'm going to take my soft suede, and I'm going to just do the branch here and some soft suede. So I'm using the light one first. And then the dark one for the shadows. And I'll give it a little blend. How's your husband's shoulder doing, Martine? Is he still on the road to recovery? Still doing well? All right. I hope he is. A friend of mine a couple weeks ago had her wisdom tooth, one, taken out, and it was just, her face went about 5 times the size, and she's been in absolute pain ever since. So she went back to the dentist, and the poor thing has to have another surgery done on her face. Oh, or on her mouth. My heart is breaking for her because she's just been in so much pain. 2 weeks and it hasn't gotten any better. If anything, it's getting worse. All right, I guess I'll do his claws. I don't know what color his claws are, but let's do it gray. All right, there we go. So that's it for the coloring. Okay, I'm going to do the sentiment on here, and I'm going to use Garden Green. Hopefully, I got to move. I can see half of my stand here, so I've got to rejig my camera so I have more room to work. All right, let's hope that's straight. Ah, it's good enough. And we'll move that out of the way. Okay. Slow but sure. Yeah, recovery always is slow, but as long as he's keeping going in the right direction, then that's important, right? Okay, you know what we're gonna do? I'm gonna really quickly, I'm getting low on glue. Stick this on, and then we're gonna fussy cut the sloth while that dries. If I can find my scissors. I wish, the one thing that I do wish is that we had dies for these guys. They are very easy to cut. It just makes it easier on videos not to have to fussy cut, but that's okay. I'll do it pretty quickly. So I don't know if you notice when I'm cutting, I'm not moving my scissors. I'm moving, oh, I just smudged my sloth. I'm moving my paper. And that just gives you a little bit more control when you're cutting. Okay, let's get rid of that. I'm going to just do this like this, get this out of the way. Okay, and then I'm going to come in here. So my youngest starts school tomorrow. He goes for 1 day, and then he goes, oh, I'm probably off the camera again, aren't I? He goes 1 day, and then he goes, next week he goes for Monday and Tuesday and Friday, and then he starts full-time after that. So we're gonna slowly get back into routine here, I guess. Yeah, Claire, the dies would be so nice, eh? Maybe they'll surprise us. They did that one time and came out with dies during celebration. But for the pandas, right? The pandas came out with dies after. But you know what? Fussy cutting with scissors is actually really relaxing. It's as relaxing as, obviously not when you're on a video because I'm trying to hurry so that you guys don't get bored. But it's as relaxing for me as coloring. I actually do enjoy fussy cutting. I never thought I would say that. But I'm not going to go into the leaves. I'm just going to leave some white in there. You guys would probably do a better job cutting. I'm just trying to go really quick. All right, so now he goes to physio twice a week, and then he does exercises 3 times a day. Oh, wow, 3 times a day, that's lots. But I guess it'll pay off, right? Okay, so what we want to do now is we want to burnish our ends. I'm just getting my bone folder. I have a really dirty bone folder because I was moving away my magenta Magenta Madness. I was moving it around to try and get it so it wasn't as juicy, so that I could get some detailed stamping. And I forgot to wipe it off my bone folder. Okay, so all I'm doing is burnishing all of those score lines that we did before. And then we're going to be ready to assemble. And we're almost done. It'll go by really fast after this, I promise. Have you guys ever had that happen to you? What happened to me last week? That you miss a whole day and you have no idea? It was not good because I had big deadlines on the Friday, and I thought I had a whole extra day. Okay, so all we're going to do is put some glue along here. And actually, we're not going to do that yet. We are going to put our blocks on. Okay, so how this is going to go, this is our back, and then this cube goes onto here, and this other cube goes onto the side, just like that, okay? So we're going to have where they join is going to go in the back. So at the top is where we want, I'm calling these guys the front ones or the outside ones, and then these ones are the inside squares, okay? So the front are the layered. So we want to put a front one here and a front one here on this guy. Do you see how that's going? So it's going to be attached to the big one at the back. So we want a front one here and a front one here. So I'm going to lay that down, move this out of the way, and I'm going to grab a new glue so that I don't twist my hand off. And we're just going to glue these on, and you just want them centered on the panel as much as you can, as best as you can. Hopefully I am, oh, I'm off the edge again. Oh, that is not good. Make a mental note of fixing my camera when I get off of here. All right, so that goes like that. Now what we want to do is on the inside, we want an inside piece and an inside piece. Okay, do you see how that's going to go? So we want to take 2 of our inside pieces and we want to stick them here and here. Okay. So the only trick to this card is if you're using paper that is directional, and then you just have to make sure that you have that you're placing them in the right direction. So I purposely use DSP that's not, because it just makes it easier. All right, and then we're gonna stick these together. Okay, so that's one, and then this can go on the inside or the outside. So I'm just gonna put it on the outside. We won't see it anyway, so it doesn't matter. And I put way too much glue on that, which you guys can't see because I'm off the camera again. But you can now see it gooping out. Oh, now I'm gonna get glue everywhere. This glue is amazing, but you don't need a lot of it. And if you get too much, like I just did here, it will make a mess everywhere. So I'm just gonna wipe that off and then let it dry. Okay, so let's do the next one. So it's the same thing, okay? So this is gonna be at the back. I don't want it showing, okay? So we want a front one here and we want a front one here. So let's glue those down. That's one problem too with new glues. It comes out really fast. Okay, and then this one. Oh, I was cold before I started this video. Now I'm hot. I gotta take my sweater off. I'm in the basement, so my basement gets cold really easily. All right, so then this is going like this. So now we want our inside pieces and we want to stick them where we're going to see them. So we're going to see them here and we're going to see them here, right? So do you see how I just kind of put it together so that I knew and placed the squares right on the square, so I know where to glue them and then I don't get messed up, hopefully. And then that one goes on the end. Probably off camera. All right. Now we want this to go in the back. So I'm just going to stick some glue on here. Not too much. And make sure that your panels haven't moved because the glue is still wet. And flip it over. Okay, simple. You guys following okay? Hopefully. All right, so let's let that dry and let's start on our back piece. So again, our back piece is going to be sitting like this. Okay, and we're going to have these cubes here. So we're going to have these cubes here like this. So what we want to do then is we want to take our outside pieces and we want to glue them one here and one there. Okay. And then we want to take our inside pieces and glue one here and one here. Easy peasy, right? And then we're almost ready. We're almost done. Well, there's still a few little steps. There's a lot of gluing in this card, but you know what? It's worth it. It is a really cute fold. Okay. Might want to lift that one up a little bit. There we go. And then this one goes here. Okay, you do want to line these up so they're looking fairly straight and even with each other. Okay. Almost there, guys. 2 more panels. We have a lot of panels to glue. So this one can go right in here. And this one can go right in here. I have glue all over my fingers. Can you see? The paper sticking to my thumb. Me and glue is like me and ink. It gets everywhere but on the papers. All right. Okay, now we're ready to stick this together. So I want it on the outside so we don't see it on the inside. So how did I say I was going to do that? On the outside, right? So I want glue along here. And oops, did the glue on the wrong spot. Oh boy, let's just wipe that off. Do as I say, not as I do. We want glue on this side. There we go. You do want to make sure that your ends are together so it's nice and square. Otherwise, it's not going to stand up properly. Okay, so just do, again, it's why the liquid glue is so good, because you can move it. Hopefully I'm off the camera again. My goodness, I am having a rough time today. All right, so we're ready. So let's try and get all the glue off my hands so we can move forward without everything sticking to me. Look at this. Oh. Okay, glue on here. Now when I glue this down, okay, I want to make sure that I can fold it properly. So what I want to do is I'm going to line it up with the bottom and the fold here, okay? So I want to make sure I'm on the left side of the fold, and I'm a little bit square off the bottom, okay? So that I can fold it up. Do you see that? Okay. See how I did that? Hopefully. And again, I'm going to get rid of some of my glue. Don't put as much glue on it as I am. Crazy. I should have used my old glue bottle, then I wouldn't have had so much coming out. All right, so again, I'm going to lay this kind of flat. I have glue on the one end there. Okay. I am going to set the panel down. I'm going to move this one out of the way so we can see. And I'm going to line it up so that I'm not right on the score line. I want to be on the page, but just to the left of the score line. Okay. And just a tiny smidgen above the bottom here, just so we have a little bit of leeway for it to stand. There you go. Were you guys able to follow that? It's really easy actually when you try it. The tricky part though is getting these guys to stay on. All right. So we're gonna do the sloth first. So what I want to do is I want to add some glue dots, and I'm just going to stick these things. I'm going to cut them if I can find where I did with my snips. How long is his recovery going to be, Martin, for the surgery? Is it months, or is it like 6 months, or is it a long one? Hopefully it's not. My niece had knee surgery, and she had a fall again after she got back on a horse too soon, and the horse was not having a good day, which meant she wasn't having a good day, and she injured her good knee. So her recovery's been a bit long. All right. So we're just adding this for some depth behind him. He's getting cute. I love this stamp set. This is such a cute set. So have you guys checked out the promotion that Stampin' Up has right now? So Stampin' Up has, what are we calling it? We're calling it the Get and Go. And basically what it is, I think that's probably enough, eh? Maybe one more on his back side. So the get and go, so normally when you join Stamping Up, and people, oh, I'm out of glue dots. People join for a whole bunch of reasons. I personally joined for the discount because I was addicted to stamping and I wanted a 20% discount. So to put this on, okay, I just took the smallest, I think it's a 1/2 inch circle that I have. I'm going to fold these in half, okay, fold them in half, and we are going to use these to glue him here. So what I want to do is I want to put it down on here like this, so that I'm going to make a semicircle and a semicircle, which forms a full circle. Does that make sense? Do you see how I'm doing that? Okay, so that's how I'm going to attach him. So let's glue these down. Okay. Sorry, I started to tell a story, not a story. I started to tell you about the starter kit, but I need to concentrate on this. So remind me to come back to that, because I don't want to mess. Oh, that's going to be way too much glue. Let me take this off. Okay, and then we're going to stick that down. So it's basically I'm making a circle with 2 semicircles around the fold. Does that make sense? I don't know if that makes sense. Okay, and then what we're going to do is we're going to take our mini dimensionals and we are going to stick a mini dimensional on here, and we are going to stick a mini dimensional on here, and we are going to take off the paper. Okay, and now we are going to stick our sloth on there, and that gives him a little bit of depth, and it also allows him to kind of fold with the card. Cute, eh? That's all you do. So we're going to do the same thing. This one is a little bit harder to get into, but we're going to do the exact same thing with this and stick it down. So again, taking your circle 1.5 to 2 months. Oh, I hope he's a good patient. I don't know. I would hate to see my husband in pain for that long. Well, my husband's in pain a lot of times. He's got sciatica and all that fun stuff. All right, so we're going to stick this in. Again, this is harder to get at. We're going to want to fold them the other way to kind of get in here, but we're going to do the exact same thing. Okay, we're going to take 2 semicircles and kind of make a full circle. Hopefully you see what I mean by that. And put it this way. So you do want it to be kind of, see how it's not lined up? You do want it to be lined up, otherwise your sentiment's not going to be very straight. Oh, I've glue on my finger, it's not moving. Stay. This is not good. Okay, when you guys make this card, don't get glue all over your hands. It makes it hard. He started to eat with his right. Oh, is he left-handed? And he's eating with the opposite? That's fun. That's actually a lot harder than what, well, when I was younger, I ended up, so I'm right-handed, and I ended up scratching my right eyeball. So I had to have a, what am I doing? I got so distracted. I had to have a patch over my eyes. And I couldn't even hit my plate. It was really funny. My parents were laughing at me. I couldn't line up with my left eye with my fork on a plate. It was a challenge. So hopefully he hits his mouth better than I hit my plate. All right. right. So we're going to just take off the papers here, put them in the bin when we get them off. And I did forget to, oh, this one wasn't dry and it moved on me. We want to get them straight because we don't want our sentiment to be crooked. Okay. And then we are just going to stick this in here. I'm going to not have them stick together. That is not good, Jen. It is a little bit awkward to get this part in, but you just want to line it up and stick it down. Is that straight? It's straight. Yay! So what do you guys think? Which one do you like? The brown or the white? I think I like the brown. But you know what I did do? I forgot to do this. So let's do this really, really quickly. If I can find what I did with my... Oh, I actually put my ink pad away. Look at that. So I'm just gonna create a little tiny banner here. So I'm gonna put Sigh at the end. Okay, give it a chop. Now, some people are really good at this. I'm not, but I will give it a go. So I usually use my tailored tape punch to do a banner, but all you do is cut in the middle and then go from the end to your cut and pull it off, and then your end to your cut and pull it off. Okay, so some people do this really well. I made mine way too big, but oh well. Where am I going to stick it? I'm going to stick it right down there. So I'm going to glue this down straight on it instead of popping it up, but you could pop it up if you want. And we're just going to put it right on here. There you go. What do you guys think? You like the brown too? I do too. Yeah. When I did it with the white, I mean, the white's nice, but it's a little bit too, I don't know, washed out maybe. Not enough contrast. And I do like it with the similar paper on the inside. I found that was a little bit too distracting. But they're both cute. So I hope you guys enjoyed making this card. So back to the starter kit. So the starter kit is normally an amazing deal. It's $135, and you get to choose $165 worth of products. So $165, and all you spend is $135, and that includes your tax and your shipping. So amazing deal to begin with. But right now, until September 30th, Stampin' Up! Has added 2 additional stamp sets. So it's the Queen's Anne Lace and So Much Love, and they are really, really cute stamp sets. So they've added that, a package of embellishments, and cardstock pre-cut for you with pre-designed cards so that you can get together with your friends and you already have stuff to stamp. So you just need your ink and your stamping block, which you can put in your starter kit in that $165 worth of product, and it is an amazing, amazing deal. So if you are interested, and then after that, there's really no obligation. Like, we do have monthly, or we do have quarterly minimums that we have to make, but if you don't make them, then, well, you just lose your discount. Not a big deal. So my internet just went off. Hopefully you guys are still with me, and it's just my iPad that is spinning, the spinning out of control. But anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this card. Thank you very, very much for joining me. Have a great week, and we will see you next weekend, or next week, next weekend. Oh, next week. Talk to you soon. Okay, bye.